Maybe movies. Where's your costumes then?
What?
Where's your costumes?
What?
I'm in costume.
Who are you?
Who are you supposed to be?
Charlie Sheen from Wraith if he didn't pass his motorbike licence. Do you not see it? And they call themselves horror fans. I mean...
I kind of see it.
Was Wraith really a horror film, though?
It was a supernatural film.
I don't know what the problem is. Hello, welcome back to Maybe Movies. I am Max.
I am Sam.
I'm Shane.
And most importantly of all, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Halloween time!
I know we're a couple of days early, but this is as close as we're going to get. I hope everybody's okay, they've had a good week, and they are all ready to go out and do some trick-or-treating and get horribly, horribly bladdered over the next couple of days. But make sure you come back here first and give us a look, because unless you've worked it out already, YouTube hates us and doesn't want us to get any bigger. So...
apparently.
That's creator rage got out of the way, but it's the perfect time. I mean, if rage works for Michael Myers, why can't it work for us?
Well, this is not rage-infected monkeys.
That would not be fun for anyone involved.
It'd be entertaining to watch from afar.
Possibly.
You'd be alright, because you're in a high-rise delirium type place.
Oh, yeah.
It's his fault.
It's just that if we get infected by rage-infected monkeys, does that mean we have to fling poo at each other?
Radioactive poo.
Orange.
We don't do
Nuclear.
that already?
Well, I don't. I'm going to get the show started properly before this devolves any further. So, before we go into Act 3 of Cabin Dead 2, one very quick shout out for a place that I have been a patron of for some time, especially this month, as it is post all your spooky season stuff, is to the UMH, which is upcoming horror movies.
UHM.
You were right about the one.
Yes. I knew it was. I knew it.
The UHM Facebook group, which is a group for horror fans to come together and discuss their favourite movies. This month we've all been posting what wonderful things we've been watching for 31 days of Halloween, or 31 nights of Halloween, as I've seen tags for both.
It's just like a horror fest.
It is.
October
Yes.
Horror Fest.
But yeah, do go check it out if you are a horror fan, because they're a nice bunch of people.
Apparently.
Well, you should know you're a moderator on that.
Shh.
Shh, don't tell anyone. Shall we begin?
Let's.
So things are very much up in the air. So we have Dana having received a message from the other side. So I'd say then, he's just there.
He's saying stuff to me. You can't hear it. I can.
This has happened before, hasn't it? There was that weird moment where I started singing that very strange song. Do you remember? It was a while back.
Yeah.
What's sweet corn got to do with anything?
What?
Do we then want to start our Act 3 with Marty bursting back into the cabin?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what breaks this kind of weird moment that Dana has, is that he's kind of stumbles back in.
Bursts through. Dana turns around and screams.
Mm-hmm.
Unexpectedly, not expecting him to come back in. And then he's like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, you tell me. Where is everybody else?
I've just seen a ghost who told me to play the rest of the tape.
Yeah.
So this is the point where we get the second recording.
And as they press play, they hear something in the woods.
Do they hear something in the woods, or do they hear someone's in my fruit cellar? Because we get 2011 Ted Raimi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
Sweating his tits off in a full bodysuit.
Yes.
And I will point out that in this cabin, the cellar is not chained.
Do we then, again, slightly retroactively want to throw in when he's doing the bit where Professor Noby is making his entrance into our world? That it's because it's shaking the entire cabin, then do we want to get more stuff coming out of the chimney as an indicator that there's something hidden up the chimney?
Yeah.
This is possibly the bit where we get what you said, where the brick falls out into the fireplace.
Yeah. Also, as he's talking on the tape about Henrietta, you get the intercut with her being resurrected. In
Yeah,
the fruit
climbing
cellar.
out of the
Yeah.
floor of the root cellar.
Because we're in this, do we then want to replace the chainsaw with Marty's coffee cup?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I was thinking that, yes.
that's an awesome coffee cup.
It is an awesome coffee cup.
I want one.
Marty's come back in, they've listened to so we get Henrietta pop back up. Do we get her pop back up and then do the whole thing with her neck and everything?
Yeah, we should. 'Cause
Yes.
Then you've got two people completely freaking out over what is going on, and then Henrietta pops up. Her neck extends. She starts floating around. She starts throwing people about.
At which point,
Swallow your soul!
yeah, at which point you start getting banging outside and you get Jules come back. Swallow your soul,
Yeah.
swallow your soul.
Maybe we could have Ed turn up at this point.
Yes.
Like, I feel like we should lay on the pressure here.
Okay,
They should feel under siege at this point, shouldn't they?
Well, in that case, they should bring back Holden as well.
they went over the cliff though, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Holden and Kurt went over.
Oh no! Because they went over the cliff. How long has it been since they got back?
If the Winnebago explodes when it hits the bottom, then no, they'll be toast.
we never said anything about it exploding.
No, we didn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to
We
decide.
didn't. So, because I've got an idea about those two.
So I've got an idea. Sorry. So you've got Henrietta popping up out of the cellar. You've got Jules outside trying to smash in to get the door. They grab the tape recorder and go and hide somewhere else in the cabin.
Yeah.
But they haven't listened to the third recording yet, so they don't know that they have to go back into the front room to get to the fireplace to get to the pages.
Yeah, that sounds
So
fun.
we get a kind of just like a quiet moment where they go and hide in one of the other rooms and lock themselves in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to throw it in there, they hide in the room with the two-way mirror so that they can see through into the next room as they start stalking them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be nice. It'd give it a lovely visual, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they're stalking around that room looking for them, they're looking through the two-way mirror going, oh shit, oh shit.
They're listening to the tape and they can see them at the same time.
Yeah. That sounds good. Hang on for a second, because you had an idea, and it feels like this is a moment to start to play this idea. If you're going where I think you're going.
I was thinking of basically after they've dealt with Henrietta and Jules, and they're sitting there and they think all is well, the door flies open. There's Deadite Kurt and there's Deadite Holden.
So it's about to come up, because they have to go back into the front room.
Yeah. But they've got to deal with Jules and Henrietta.
They do.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a
They've
lot.
got to deal with it.
I'm kind of feeling we're going to end up with a similar situation we had last time. One of them goes for the thing while the other one draws them off.
And it'll be Marty that'll draw them off, because he's like that.
Yeah.
And he also has the only weapon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he will have to draw them off.
So does this mean that we might get Marty gets got by the evil molesting tree?
It's that evil molesting tree again.
I don't know. We don't have to go down that route. We don't have to have it in here.
When they go back into the front room, I feel like Marty, with the amazing coffee cup of doom, is going to beat the daylights out of Henrietta and knock her eyeball out. Much in the same way as it happens in the other film. And I think possibly drive her down into the cellar.
Yeah, actually, I just.
But that then still leaves these other guys to be dealt with. Then, as you say, the door bursts open, and there's Jules and Ed, Kurt and Holden, towards maybe not right out of the door, but in the background, stalking that way, or floating that way, because they do that weird floaty thing with their arms, don't they?
Because this is Evil Dead 2, I suppose then we do need to decide who is going to be on the pages of the book.
We'll go with Dana.
As the one who's going to get dragged back in time?
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
That
but
should be interesting.
it's Dana with the coffee cup.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
So that'd be the twist no one saw coming.
Yeah. I knew we'd kind of go with one, but I wasn't sure if we'd go with Marty or if we'd go with Dana, but I just thought instead of the chainsaw, it'd be the coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd be standing up to the Deadites, the great saviour thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, be on the page. Yes, absolutely.
In that moment where they decide, right, one of us is going to have to go for the own pages, I'll draw them off. What Dana doesn't realise is that he takes his secret stash, which is obviously what's stopped him becoming possessed, and just slips it into a pocket without her noticing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe he gives
Just feeding it forward for the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he tries to drag him outside. I reckon he goes through the window in his room and says, hey, I'm here. And then that drags them outside so she can get through to grab hold of the pages.
But do all of them chase Marty?
No, I think Dana's going to have to take... I think Dana is the one who's going to take out Jules.
Dana does something, makes a noise or something, and it's her.
No, so she grabs for the pages.
Oh, she grabs for the pages, and Jules goes, "Rah, what have you got?"
Yeah, so that's when Dana kicks 10 bells of shit out of...
With a coffee cup, knocks her down into the cellar, and then maybe pushes the couch over the cellar entrance so she can't get back out. So she's like banging at the bottom of the cellar, pulls out the pages, gets the kind of, somebody just walked over my grave, and then sees this picture, and then starts to recite the lines.
Mm-hmm.
So then we cut to Marty out in the woods, being chased by the other 3 Deadites.
Yeah.
What happens to him? Because at this point, theoretically, anything could happen to him.
I'm thinking we're going to go the evil molesting tree route. He runs out so far, and he gets caught by one of the vines, which then strings him up. And then it basically pins him.
Okay.
So basically, that's Marty dead. Mm-hmm.
I would go with the tree gets hold of him and strings him up, like you say, and you get the other knights coming in towards him. This is the point where Dana finishes the first part of the passage, which causes the evil to manifest itself, because they are extensions of the evil. They get dragged into to form part of the physical.
Yeah,
because
their faces are sticking out of the evil when it comes through the door in Evil Dead 2. The other guys.
So he's there. He's kind of stretched out like this. They're coming towards him. She finishes the passage. They get formed into this thing which heads towards the cabin, and he's like, "Oh, I'm all right." And then you just get this branch goes where the sun doesn't shine.
Oh, yeah.
Right up the sphincter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he squeals and we cut away.
Yes. We're kind of rushing very quickly towards the end here.
That's the end of Marty.
The horror smashes through the door.
Yeah.
Dana gets the streak of
white in her hair.
Yep. But manages to finish the passage.
Because there is no possessed hand and a dagger, she's able to complete the passage.
Yes. Yeah.
It's got her in the script. She completes the passage. It gets ripped out of the door.
Stabs it in the eye with the with the butt end of the of the cup. Releases her. It drags through. She kind of goes, how do you stop this?
Things.
Yeah. Kitchen sink goes past. Yeah. And everything disappears into the... It's alright, we're almost done.
You keep off again.
So the last scene or two, they are going to play out exactly as before.
Yeah.
How do you stop this? Pulled away, screaming through the Tunnel of Doom, collapsing in 13th century or whatever it is, Kandahar, and...
I'd say because she drops into the 13th century, being a woman, they'd probably say, it's a succubus, or something like that.
Yes, yes it is. Yeah.
As they do that, that's when she pulls out the coffee cup, and slides it up.
Watang!
Yeah.
Oh, hell, the Savior.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, the Savior.
And she's like, what? Oh,
and that's when she turns around and says, someone better fucking explain to me what's going on here right
yes, now. Yes, she's going to have a different attitude then.
Someone better have some coffee for my cup. And then that's the end.
Yeah.
That's the end. Wow. We made this work.
Somehow
I actually thought we might break this one in the third act, but no, it actually worked.
So now we have to decide. I mean, I don't know. I think you're on 2, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Your vote first. I mean, obviously, we can, in a couple of minutes, if you want to review anything or want to go back over anything, just anything particular that you wanted to rediscuss before we actually cast our votes.
I don't think I want to rediscuss anything, personally. But I'm definitely going to go with Cabin Dead 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I like the idea of the guys from Cabin in the Woods being sent into the Evil Dead universe. I liked the concept of Ash going into Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
But something about it was just... I don't know, it was predictable.
Okay.
Where this one, I like how it's changed with Dana at the end.
In this setup, because they're not drugged, they don't apply to the stereotypes that they're supposed to in the original film, so we get to see how they would function in this situation.
But also, like you say, they're modern characters, so they're meta. They know about stuff.
Kind of like Ash, but she'd be more intelligent about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think you've got a point. I'm trying to remember back exactly how I felt about when we got to the end of
Even in the Woods.
I don't know. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. We create a different dynamic. And I want to see what happens to Dana in Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
It's almost a thing, and I didn't feel that way the other way around.
And I must admit, I agree. I did kind of find Even in the Woods. I was wondering. I didn't know whether we missed a trick where it was almost like, well, maybe we should have gone down the route of Evil Dead 2 is still the plot of Evil Dead 2, but it's simply being run by the facility.
Yeah.
That might have been more interesting. It feels like you've ordered a copy of a remake of Evil Dead 2 that you've ordered off Wish.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I came away with it.
Yeah.
Whereas here, because as you say, you've got these meta characters, they don't fit into the tropes of a horror movie. They're a bit more intelligent. They're not going to go, let's split up, let's stick together. Unless they are forced to split up by circumstance.
Exactly.
So it does make for a much more interesting dynamic. Because of when we're saying this film would have been made, it would have been made in 2011, 2012, when Cabin in the Woods was made.
Yeah.
So we can afford to... So again, you sort of flip this on the head. It's justified then that rather than having the traditional kind of 50s male hero who can't die, you've got the female hero instead. And that works. So, yeah, I think it's unanimous again. I'm going to go with Cabin Dead 2 as well.
All right, we have a winner. What do you think, folks? Did we do right?
Please do let us know in the comments below. But for us on the panel, we are agreed. Cabin Dead 2 is our maybe movie for Halloween 2021. I think overall we could have kind of gone into it a little bit more. When I kind of put it up against how much in depth we went with things last year with The Witch and Colour Out of Space, I think there are layers that we could have possibly explored a bit more.
I haven't seen Colour Out of Space yet.
Eggs of the Delirium.
He's still talking to me. He's still saying weird shit.
The hell?
He's our delirium god.
I'll give you fucking
Shane?
Whoa, oh no.
What? Did you see that?
Oh,
We're not lying, are we? Shane! Shane, where'd you go?
Buddy! Buddy!
I think what we need to do at this point, really...
I'm Shabai. I'm on Shabai. I'm on Shabai. I'm on Shabai.
Ba 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 ba.